What's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing the what's next on Teofimo Lopez, the newly crowned WBO junior welterweight champion at 140 pounds following his dominating 12-round unanimous decision win over Josh Taylor as he became a two-division world champion and, you know, really put himself seriously back in the mix with that strong performance against Taylor on June 10th on ESPN. Excuse me. Now, before we get into that, if you guys could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I try to build my channel up here. If you guys don't like what I'm doing, you can always leave me a thumbs down or leave a comment letting me know why. But back to Lopez. So, you know, it was a great performance. He came in, I think most people thought Taylor was going to pull it out, myself included, and he really boxed very well and landed good shots throughout the fight and really just countered well and got a very clean unanimous decision as he became a two-division world champ. And now the big question is, what's next for Teofimo Lopez? Well, it's really, really up in the air because Teo came out and said he's going to retire because he wants, you know, he wants a $100 million plus contract to fight. And, you know, he went on ESPN a couple days later and said that apparently he sent a text to the president of the WBO, the governing body that holds the belt, and said that he is going to give up the belt. But I guess he officially hasn't done that yet. So, for my money, Teo, since he's still undecided, I don't think he's retiring just yet. So I'm doing this video because I do believe we're going to see Teo come back. I really do. I think he's got a bunch of things going on in his personal life, and that's kind of clouding him right now. And that's probably what we saw leading up to the build-up to this fight with Taylor, or it was a decoy and he just went and dominated, you know, and really was focused the whole time, or he's just throwing us for a loop again. But until he officially gives up that belt, I gotta continue moving forward like normal, and I'm doing the what's next to see what Teo could be doing in his next possible fight. Now, it is an optional defense for him if he holds on to the belt. It is an optional defense. He can pretty much do whatever he wants. So I'm gonna run through the top 10 real quick and see what's out there for Teofimo Lopez. We start with a rematch with Josh Taylor. No point in that. He dominated Taylor, and there really wouldn't be a point in Teo fighting Taylor again. Then you got Regis Prograis. Prograis really didn't look good last weekend when he retained his WBC title. I mean, he looked okay, but not the normal Prograis. I think his opponent had a lot to do with that. But that's a fight that Teo's really going to want to get up for. And right now, I just don't think it's juicy enough for Teo to bite on it, so I don't think so. You got former champ Jose Ramirez. He's the number 2 contender in the WBO right now. Former unified champ, and he's with Top Rank. I wouldn't be surprised if Lopez fights him next. So that's something I'm going to say could be possible for Teo, and he might be interested in that. Then you got Jack Catterall. This is another fight I wouldn't be surprised if Teo said, fuck it, I'll fight Catterall and lay him out, you know, or beat him convincingly because Josh Taylor couldn't. But I really believe Catterall's probably going to fight Prograis next. And Lopez, I don't know if that's a big enough name for him to get excited about. So I'm going to say no, in my opinion, but it is possible. Gary Antoine Russell, undefeated contender. I'm not seeing that one right now. He's a PBC guy anyway, so I don't see it. Then you got Ryan Garcia. You know, that would be a big fight, but I think Teo, in order for this fight to be as big as it could be, I think he would want Ryan to come back from that loss to Tank Davis and really, you know, make a statement, get a couple statement wins, and then Teo might explore that one. A rematch with Sandor Martin. I don't think Teo wants anything to do with that one. I really don't. I think he stays away from Martin. He got the victory over him. It wasn't pretty, but Martin hasn't done anything since that win, so I don't think Teo's going to look at that as an option. Jose Cepeda, not seeing it. Cepeda got knocked out against Prograis last year, so Teo wouldn't entertain that one. You know, Victor Pascal, I don't see it. Alberto Puello, I don't see it. Rolly Romero, it'd be a big shit-talking event and a big fight to unify belts. So maybe if Lopez really wanted the fight, but I also think Rolly is going to be tied down to a mandatory, maybe 2 before he could fight. Then you got IBF champion Subriel Matias. He's also a PBC guy right now. He's fighting Lipinets in August, so I don't see that one. And then finally, an option, well, I mean, there's also Arno Barbosa Jr. That is a possibility. He's an undefeated contender on the rise. He's also the WBO's #1 contender. So if Teo wanted to fight him and say, fuck it, I'll fight this dude, and make it a mandatory fight because he is the #1 contender, he could get another mandatory out of the way by doing that. But, so I do think it's a possibility since he's a top-ranked guy. But I'm going to lean towards no, just because I don't think Barbosa's a big enough name yet for him. But the other possibility that I would consider, one, I don't see Devin Haney. Well, Devin Haney's there. If Devin Haney wants to come up to 140, he could get that fight in a heartbeat. But Teo's already set a fight with Haney, even though it would bring in a lot of money right now, doesn't really interest him. But if the money was big enough, I think the possibility is there. But I don't know if Haney in his debut would want to take on a guy like Lopez. I don't know about that. And then finally, I think something that would really get Teo up is a showdown and rematch with George Kambosos Jr. Why not? Kambosos, yeah, he lost both times to Haney, but he just signed with Top Rank. He's fighting some dude in July named Maxie Hughes. That's supposed to be just a stay busy, shake off the rust from the 2 losses to Haney, and then he's back into it. And Kambosos has also said he'll come up to 140. And Lopez is there. He's a champion again. Why not invite Kambosos up for a rematch? I think Kambosos would definitely take the fight. And then Teo can leave no doubt who the better man is. And he also can claim that he's beaten every guy on his resume and he extracted his revenge against Kambosos. So I do think that's a possibility. But it's really up to Teo if he wants to fight. If Teo doesn't want to fight, then he's not going to fight. But I hope he does. He brings a lot to the sport. He's a big name, and people want to see him fight. He's a flashy fighter. He can box and he can punch, and he brings a lot to the sport of boxing. So I really hope Teo does not retire, and I really hope he comes back and fights, and I hope it's against a good, solid opponent next. My preference would be a showdown with Kambosos, a rematch, but that's just me. So we'll see what happens, but that's it. That's what I got. That's my what's next on Teofimo Lopez, the WBO junior welterweight champion at 140 pounds, following his convincing unanimous decision victory over Josh Taylor. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.